Hi everyone, and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes. And today we are going to be making a lemon lush dessert. It is so wonderful. It has 4 layers. It is perfect and definitely wonderful for the summer or anytime you are craving a delicious dessert like this. Now, the only thing that will require baking is the shortbread crust, and that'll only be for about 10 to 12 minutes, just until it is kind of dry, and that's all you need to bake. Everything else is very easy, and the ingredients are very few that you're going to be needing here in this recipe. So let's go over the shortbread crust first of all, and then as we go along to the next layers, I will show you the ingredients for each one. So here for the shortbread, you will need some cold cubed butter, some sugar, and some flour here. And that's pretty much it. You will need a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. I am using a glass baking dish here. And you will also need your oven to be preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's move on to making our shortbread crust. Okay, so into our mixing bowl, we are going to add in our flour and sugar. And we're going to give that a quick little mix just to incorporate these ingredients together. Now we will add in our cold cubed butter, and we are going to mix until our butter is completely mixed in with our flour and sugar. This is exactly what you're looking for. So now what we're going to do is place this in our 9 by 13 inch dish. Now remember, you want to place a little bit of cooking spray on the bottom of the dish, just the bottom, or lightly grease it with a small amount of butter or a small amount of vegetable oil. And you want to do that before placing your crust, and you also want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to place this into my baking dish. We're going to press it in, bake it, and then I'll meet you right back here. Okay, so my shortbread crust baked for exactly 13 minutes. You don't want it to become golden brown. You just want it to be baked but very soft to the touch. So this is exactly where we're at right now. So what I'm going to do is allow this to completely cool to room temperature. And in the meantime, we will work on our next layer, which is our cream cheese filling layer. Okay, so now for our cream cheese layer, we are going to need some icing sugar, also known as powdered sugar, some cream cheese. You want to make sure it's softened at room temperature, and we're going to need some lemon zest and some lemon juice. So that's about it. So let's move on to making our cream cheese layer. Our shortbread crust is almost completely cooled here, so I have my ingredients ready to go. So what I'm going to do is place my cream cheese here in a bowl, and just with my hand mixer, I am going to cream my cream cheese until it is nice and soft and has no chunks or little lumps of cream cheese. Okay, so now we will add in our icing sugar here. And we will also add in the zest of probably about half of a lemon, and we will add in a couple of tablespoons of the freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now keep in mind that the full recipe is in the description box. Okay, so our cream cheese filling layer is ready, and now we are ready to place this on our cold shortbread crust. You need to make sure that the crust is completely cool to room temperature before placing anything on it. So we are going to place this on our crust, and then we are going to place it in the fridge and leave it there while we work on our next layer, which will be our lemon pudding layer. Okay, so after placing my cream cheese filling on top of the shortbread crust, I placed it in the fridge. So it is there now while we are going to make our pudding. So what I have here is some instant lemon pudding and some milk. Now you will not be following the directions on the box of your pudding mix. You will have to reduce the amount of milk. So as I mentioned, it is all in the description box, but for now we're just going through all the ingredients and how to make each layer of our dessert. So what we are going to do now is we are going to place our milk in a bowl here. Okay. Then we are going to add our instant pudding here, and we are going to mix until our pudding starts to thicken. Okay, so our pudding here is nice and thick, as you can see. Okay, it only took a few minutes to get to this consistency, and now I already have my dessert here. It was in the fridge for a little over 30 minutes. You want to make sure that it is refrigerated for at least 30 minutes after placing the cream cheese layer. Okay, and now we will place our lemon pudding on top of our cream cheese layer, and we will place it back in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours, and then we will make our whipped topping, and I will show you the next step. Okay, so my dessert here was in the fridge for 3 hours, and now what I have here is some whipped cream. So I just whipped up some heavy cream with some icing sugar or powdered sugar and a small amount of vanilla extract, and we are ready to place it on top of our lemon pudding here, and then we will place some lemon zest. We'll zest some lemon zest on top of the whipped cream, and then we will place it back in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and then we will be ready to serve. Now, if you want to use Cool Whip, you can go ahead and do that. Just allow it to thaw and then spread it on top of your lemon pudding. You could do that as well. So it's totally up to you. So I'm going to spread this on top here, and then we'll zest our lemon, and then into the fridge it will go again. Okay, so my lemon lush dessert was in the fridge for about 1 hour, and we are definitely ready to cut a piece and try it. It is the perfect dessert. It is so delicious and creamy. Every level is perfection. Every layer is just perfect. And the longer it's in the fridge, the better it will be. So that's about it. Really easy to put together, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new and delicious recipe. Share the recipe with your family and friends, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The links will be in the description box below, along with the recipe. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye, everyone.